Hello, my dear students and viewers. Welcome back to my channel, Scorpio Class. If you are a class 10 student and looking for the important questions or the question answers for the supplementary chapter from your English book, then you're on the right platform and watching the right video. As in this video, we are going to discuss class 10 second language English chapter number 2 from supplementary reader on top of the walls, question and answers and summary. This is going to be a very important video as we are going to share all the additional questions, important questions which are generally asked in the exams, and also we are going to look at the lesson in very short in a form of summary so that you get the complete package over here. So this video is going to be very helpful, so stay tuned till end and do not miss any part of it. But before starting, if you're new to my video and watching my video for the first time, do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get a notification of all the upcoming videos. And also join my WhatsApp channel. The link is shared in the description box where you'll be getting all the updates and the notes will be shared. And also comment that what are the other study materials that you need so that we can post it over in the WhatsApp channel. So now let's get started with our supplementary chapter 2 on top of the world. Let's look at the quick summary of this chapter and understand. So as you all know, this chapter is about Dickie Dolma, who was the mountaineer who scaled Mount Everest. So let's see what is the story here. So, On Top of the World is an appropriate title to capture the success story of Dickie Dolma, who was the youngest to scale Mount Everest in 1993. So, this is a success story of Dickie Dolma, who was the youngest to scale the Mount Everest in the year 1993. Although before this great feat in mountaineering, she was interested in skiing and had even won several national and international medals, her true glory lies in the hill that she conquered. Okay, so apart from mountaineering, she was also interested in skiing and had won many international and national medals for it. However, the victory was not easy for her. She had faced several odds before achieving the crowning glory. So, as we all know, many of such stories where the success does not comes easily, they have to struggle and work hard a lot. So, here is the story of Diki Dolma also. So, let's see what are the problems she suffered. So, she faced emotional, financial, and physical hardships and challenges. At the tender age of 11, she lost her mother and brother. When she was getting ready for the final frontier, her father was bedridden and she needed a lot of money for his treatment. Despite these problems, she practiced for 4 hours daily in order to achieve her goal. We can say that her passion went back to her childhood days because being born in Palchan in Himachal Pradesh, she had always been surrounded by mountain peaks and she had a desire to enjoy the view from the mountain peak all along. So, yes, she did not give up, though having so many challenges. She practiced for 4 hours daily, and the main thing was her house, which was surrounded by mountains, also kept her giving a desire to always never give up and work hard. So, mountaineering course with an A grade at Manali in 1991 helped in a substantial way. So she did a course and she did it with A grade, and this was one of her way to go ahead. Finally, Dolma was chosen for an all India expedition to Mount Everest. For Dolma, it was the dream come true moment. Naturally, her hope is that her children too should take to adventure sports. So it was like her dream come true when at last All India Expedition had selected her name for mountaineering. Okay, so this is how she goes successful, and then she also hopes that her children also take interest and go ahead with adventure sports. So this is about the small summary of Dickie Dolma's chapter. Now related to it, let us check out what are the important question answers which can be asked in our exams and are useful for our notes. So let's go on with the question answers. First one. What were the hardships faced by Dickie Dolma before she was ready for mountaineering? What was its impact on her? So all these answers, you will be finding that whatever we have read in the summary is the part of the answer here. So it will be very easy for you all to remember. So let's quickly check the answer. So Dicky Dolma lost her mother when she was just 11. She also lost her brother. These experiences had a profound impact on her life. Next, what was Dicky Dolma fascinated by since her childhood and why? So, Dicky Dolma was fascinated by the grandeur of the snow clad peaks of the Himalayas since her childhood. Her native Palchan was surrounded by mountain peaks and she was also interested in skiing. Okay. Next question. How did Dicky Dolma prepare herself for her venture? So what hard work did she do? So answer. Dicky Dolma prepared herself for the venture of scaling the Mount Everest by joining the newly opened Mountaineering Institute in Manali. She took up the basic training at the institute and worked with dedication and determination. She got A grades and was selected by the All India expedition to Mount Everest. Right? So, moving to next question. What was the dream of Dicky Dolma? When did her dream come true? What was her achievement? So, as we all have just read in the summary, let's see the answer here. The dream of Dicky Dolma was to scale the snow covered Himalayas. Her dream came true when her name was cleared by an all India expedition to Mount Everest. She climbed the Mount Everest on 10th of May 1993 and became the youngest woman in the world to have the achievement of scaling the world's highest peak. Okay, so moving to next question. How did Dicky Dolma feel when she climbed the Mount Everest? Answer. Dicky Dolma could not describe the sight of Mount Everest. She had never imagined the beauty of Mount Everest. She felt that all the state awards and national awards are nothing when compared to the experiences of seeing the sight of the Mount Everest. So it was so beautiful and it was above everything. Or she says that all the national awards and other state awards is nothing in front of the sight of Mount Everest. This is how she explains it. Next, what makes you think that Dicky Dolma's life as a girl was sorrowful? Answer. Dicky Dolma lost her mother when she was 11 and she lost her elder brother too. So this was something which makes us feel that her childhood days were sorrowful. Next, what factors encouraged Dolma to take a basic mountaineering course? So what did encourage her? So answer. Dolma came to know that the Mountaineering Institute was set up at Manali and it would give training to those who were interested in climbing mountains. Her friends and her family members also encouraged her to join this course. Her home in Palchan was surrounded by beautiful mountains. So, all these factors encouraged Dolma to take up the basic mountaineering course. Next question. Dolma says it is not difficult decision for me to take up the challenges of the lofty mountains. Why does she say so? Answer. From her childhood, Dolma had been fascinated by the grandeur of the snow clad peaks of the Himalayas. Her home in Palchan was surrounded by beautiful mountain peaks. Because she was seeing it from her childhood and she was always fascinated by it, so she says that it was not a big challenge for her or big decision to take this challenge. Okay, now let's move on to next question. How has Dolma described her preparedness for the task of scaling Mount Everest? So, how did she prepare herself? So, answer. Dolma got training in the Mountaineering Institute at Manali. Her determination and hard work helped her to secure A grades. She believed that success always follows dedication, determination, and hard work. She used to practice for hours every day for before the task of scaling Mount Everest. So this is how she did her hard work and she prepared herself for scaling the Mount Everest. Next, what was the biggest headache that Dolma had to face besides her physical and mental problem? Answer is Dolma's father was bedridden. She was not financially sound and she needed a lot of money for her father's treatment. So the family had very little to offer her. So these were the challenges she had. Now, next question. What does Dolma say about mountaineering after she returns from Mount Everest? Answer. Mountaineering is a tough sport. This thought never comes to me. It is my zeal for the work. Seeing peaks is a second nature to me. I have never been scared when it comes to hard work, says Dolma. So these are the words of Dickie Dolma when she returned from Mount Everest. What does Dolma say about the view from the top of Mount Everest? Answer. Dolma said that an Everest can be felt and understood but cannot be described in words. It was much breathtaking that she could ever have imagined. The awards she had bestowed stand very low before the view from the above. So she kept all the awards and everything in comparison that the view will overcompass everything, encompass all the awards there. She cannot just describe it in words. Next question. What can we learn from Dolma's life? Answer. Whenever hurdles comes, we must face them boldly. Dolma's determination and hard work, zeal for the work is emulating. Next. How could Tiki Dolma achieve the great feat even with her hardships? So answered, Ricky Dolma never felt mountaineering a tough sport. She had zeal for work. She was determined and sincere in bearing the responsibilities. She knew that success follows the hard work and dedication from her earlier hardships of life. Next, how did Ricky Dolma came over her problems? Answer. When she was getting ready for mountaineering of Mount Everest, her father was bedridden and a lot of money was needed for his treatment. So the family had very little to offer her, but her determination never allowed her to leave the sport. So this is how she kept on going. Next, mention the hobbies of Dicky Dolma. Answer. Besides mountaineering, Dicky Dolma loved to listen to the music, especially old Hindi film songs. She is teaching mountaineering at Mountaineering Institute of Manali now. So she is continuing her hobby and her same field also. She is teaching it, and she, apart from mountaineering, she also listens to music, that especially her old Hindi film songs, which are her favorites. So with this question answers, we come to an end of this video. I hope you all you all got a easy understanding of this chapter, and along with the question answers, which is going to help you all to prepare for exams. There were some of the extra questions as well, and which are important from your exam point of view. So we end our video here. If you liked it, to hit the like button, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more such videos. Do comment in the comment box what are the other topics you would like to see from our side, and join our WhatsApp channel for the study materials. And stay tuned. I'll be back soon. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.